whether it be Panhellenic, IFC, Asian Interest, NALFO, or NPHC in the MGLC?
Something I would definitely recommend is trying to go into the week with a good attitude and an open mind. Cornell is it's a big school, and the Panhellenic chapters are also big, so I think that if someone's genuinely interested in joining a chapter, not a specific sorority, they're going to find somewhere that they would like to be. And it's also, I mean, it is winter, it's going to be cold, but if you have a good attitude, that just makes the whole week so much better.
I think the thing that we keep coming back to every year after fraternity rush is people who are unhappy because they had their mindset on one place and for one reason or another it didn't work out for them, and then they find themselves at the end of the week after other fraternities have gone through their selection process and they don't have a bid and they're unhappy about it. So I would absolutely recommend going to as many houses as possible over the course of rush week. Especially in the first few days, you want to go see as many things as you can. Maybe later on in the week you decide you need to sort of focus your efforts in certain places and make sure that people know you're interested. But definitely, as Carly said, come into it with an open mind. I personally had only been to the chapter that I joined 2 times before rush week started. So I changed totally what I thought I was going to do. So definitely come in with an open mind.
Yeah, I think everyone here will agree that the greatest advice I ever got was going into it not having any one thought in mind. On Panhellenic, you go to all 12 sororities on the first and second day. So I think you just get a really great idea of what each of the house stands for and the types of girls that are in every house. And I think it's where you end up is wherever you're going to be most comfortable. And something somebody else said to me was, look at the girls going in final round. The girls who are going in, because those are the girls that are going to be your friends and in your pledge class. And I think everyone that I know who's in Greek life just can't even imagine themselves in any other chapter. It's just everyone ends up where they belong.
Yeah, I think that's so important. I think that one of the mistakes that some people make is that they try to, I guess, be a different person just during recruitment week, or they try to carry a certain personality or something because they think that's what the house is that they're attracted to. But I really think that it's cliche to say, but you should really try to be yourself, because number one, if you are someone different during rush week and you end up even joining that chapter, then you might not be happy afterwards in the ensuing years. But I truly think that the Greek community here at Cornell is so large that there really is a place for everyone. We have one of the largest Greek communities in the country. And so if you come into rush week with a good attitude and with an open mind, you never know where you'll end up, but you will end up somewhere that you will have a good experience for the next few years.
I think, MGLC as a whole can be somewhat intimidating, especially because not all of our chapters have formal rush weeks. But for me, I would say my best advice would be just getting to know people. Don't be scared. We're all normal students. We're all normal people, very approachable people. So I think really just getting to know people, doing your research into different organizations and looking at different people on campus, and not limiting yourself to any specific organization or any one group of people. I think that really is helpful.
I think for me, the biggest thing you can do is just give it a chance. You're not bound to, you don't have to sign with any house if you don't like it. If you don't go through a process, if you don't like it, you don't have to join fraternity or sorority. And I was skeptical at first, but then I knew my friends were gonna go do rush week, and I was like, all right, I'll go do it with you. And that was the best decision I ever made. And it was because I gave it a chance. So I know most people here most likely gonna rush since you're interested and you're here. But if you have friends, just encourage them to at least give it a chance.
Yeah, so everyone's been saying, it's really important to stay open-minded and to give things a chance, especially for people that might be coming in not knowing anything about Greek life. Personally, I came into college not knowing anything about Greek life, and now I'm super involved and I love it. And specifically for Asian interest recruitment, we do have formal recruitment the first week of school for both semesters. And all events are free, but there are no obligations, like Aaron's saying. And for us, even for all organizations, it's really just about getting to know the brothers and sisters and seeing where you fit in and seeing if they're a right fit for you. Because you want to call these people your sisters or your brothers for the rest of your life.
I thought this This is the next slide. Does anyone in our crowd here have a question they would like to ask? Yes, try to speak up.
What is the average cost of being in Greek life?
Just speaking for my chapter, it's cheaper overall just to live in-house than to stay on West Campus. Our room and board is about maybe $3,000 a semester, not sure. Meal plan's a little bit lower than Cornell meal plan. And then obviously you have dues, that adds on, but overall if you take it, I save money living in-house than if I would have living on West Campus or anywhere else.
For us, I would say for MGLC, because our numbers are a lot smaller and because most of our organizations, we don't have formal houses on campus, our dues are a lot lower. So, I mean, we also do, if you're having trouble with payment, I'm sure the treasurer of the organization can work with you, see if you need some kind of payment plan or anything like that. So it's much more flexible.
I know for my chapter, living in is very competitive with West Campus and your other options in college town as a sophomore. But where the difference is made is dining, and from my experience, the dining that I get that's made by our chef in our kitchen is probably better than anywhere I'm going to eat on campus for the most part. So it's even less expensive than a meal plan to get through the university, and that's what I've seen is a lot of kids noticing that wow, living in is actually a lot cheaper than I would have expected it to be.
Yeah, our dues and our meal plan is about the same as what we said earlier. I think another important point is a lot of chapters have scholarships that they offer. So for us, for example, they're academic-based, but there's also some that are just need-based. So your organization or the chapter that you end up joining is often willing to work with you, whether it's through the Alumni Association or their Housing Corp or just the current membership.
I would just add that many of the dues are charged via bursar billing, if that is something that is attractive to you. But also for Panhellenic recruitment, there's a booklet that they give to everyone going through that lists the dues, and that's currently online, but they'll give the booklet out for this year. For IFC chapters, there are 37 chapters, so it varies. Same with MGLC, 12 different chapters, so it varies. But I would say when you go through recruitment, they should be telling you that information, and that's something you should certainly ask each individual chapter. It will be room and board if you're going to live in, and then dues, which are usually each semester. I will tell you that oftentimes the first semester is the most expensive because there are some initiation fees and things that are going straight to the national organization. Any other questions? Go ahead.
So you said that there's 37 IFC chapters. How did you guys choose which ones to check out during recruitment week? Or can you check out them all?
I will let the students respond, but I think trying to visit all 37 would not serve you well. You'd probably be stretched too thin.
Yeah, I don't think that you're going to be able to visit every chapter during recruitment week. I don't think you'd be well advised to try to do that. I think that the way that I met a lot of people in my fraternity through the organizations that I was involved with, specifically through Club Lacrosse. I met a lot of people in a lot of different fraternities, and that allowed me to, over the second half of my fall semester, get to visit with those people and see a lot of what their fraternity was like and see, if I might be a good fit there. So I had it narrowed down to maybe, 8 or 10 fraternities that I was, even peripherally interested in by the time I got to Rush Week, just because, you might have 3 hours to go on West Campus, and, if you're splitting your time between 4 houses, that's still not really that much time at each one, and you want to make sure that they know that you're interested and that you are making an effort to meet a lot of the brothers. So definitely not visiting everyone, and you should try to sort of meet some people and narrow it down over the course of the rest of the semester.
One thing I would say specifically, since you asked the question about IFC chapters, is that Sunday, so the 27th of October, they will host what are called smokers from 12 to 2. It's North Campus, right? They split them up by North Campus and West Campus. It'll be on our website, but that is an opportunity for you in October to start to visit some to help kind of with the process of narrowing down. And it just means that if it's 12 to 2 North and 2 to 4 West, I might have it backwards, all the fraternities on North Campus will kind of have their doors open to interested students from 12 to 2, and then on West Campus from 2 to 4. And we'll also put a list on the website because it's a really large campus, and sometimes you might not be sure which one is West, which one is North. Likewise, Panhellenic on November 1st will have what they call Recruitment Goes Live, which means that that's actually the first day you can sign up to register for recruitment for Panhellenic. You can sign up online, but you should go to their event because each of the 12 sororities has a table there, and you can talk to members and learn more. And I think there's frozen yogurt, which always gets me somewhere. So. And I won't forget MGLC. MGLC has a weekend of events that I believe starts the 28th. But the good news is, since you all scanned in, I have your email, so I can send this information to you after you leave. Does anyone else have any questions? 2 other things I will mention. A week from today at 6, we have Corey Earl, who is a Cornell alum from 2007. He actually teaches a class here about Cornell history. He has a family that's very connected to Cornell, lots of alums, and he's going to do a session here that is specifically about Cornell's Greek history. So I encourage you to come to that and to bring your friends with you, and we'll probably have some current Greek students here as well. And the other piece I will mention is that Slope Media is kind enough to videotape this today, so it will be available for anyone who's interested in seeing it afterwards. I'll share the link with all of you, but if you have friends who missed it, they will be able to watch online. If that is all, we will give a round of applause for all our student presenters. And this is perfect because there's a class in here right after us. So you're all free to leave. And if you didn't receive a mug, make sure you take a mug on your way out. Thank you.